Hi everyone, welcome to BumbleBeeCrafts. Thanks for tuning in to another video from me. Happy Monday, start of another creative week, and this week I am carrying on with this garden story journals that I'm doing, the two. I hope you've been following along with the collaboration videos, and excitedly my video will air this week on Thursday for the collaboration, so that's really exciting. But there's been some brilliant makes so far that I definitely want to recreate and see if I can make a similar version for our journals here, but do go check them out on Thursday's video. All the links will be in that video. If you haven't watched any of them, you haven't heard about it or anything like that, they'll all be in that one. But this is part of the design team that I'm project that I'm doing alongside the collaboration, because it uses Rach and Bella's beautiful kits, as well as the guest designer Angela Kerr. She's designed a digital kit to go alongside it as well, which is just as beautiful. So I'm so excited to be using them. Okay, so that's that little bit. Let's pop that out the way. So last week we were doing the cover. I showed you I'd got one ready here, and I was showing you how we did the closure and everything on it. So I went ahead and done the stitching that I wanted to do all around this. I've stuck this one in already. What I did do was use Fabri-Tac glue on the most of it, but where you've got that little bump from this, I have gone along down that edge with my hot glue gun, so I've got this to the side of me. But today I wanted to finish it off because we've got this bit that we're going to cover up with our little panel in here. And that's going to go a bit more like that, isn't it? And then these will come over here, and then we need to do this coin envelope closure on here. So that's what I want to show you how to do today, if I can remember how to do it, because it's been filming ahead. It's been a couple of weeks actually, I think, since I did my prototype here. Okay, but I've got my bits here that I will need. So these are let's just see, I think they're about an inch. Yeah, they're 1 inch circle punch. And what I have done is punched 3, glued them together so they're really nice and hard and sturdy. And then I've got one that I've inked, because that's the bit that you see. If I just unwrap this, there's way too much thread on this, I know, but I wasn't sure how long I wanted it and what's going in it. We've got a single one that just goes on there, and then another one which you don't see, but it goes under here before we close this down, which is why before we can put this pocket flap down, we need to do our little holes and everything and put this in. So I've got them there. Let's pop them in that little bit so I don't lose them. Okay, so the easiest way I did this is just to measure this front piece, sort of from, just check that's in camera, yes it is. So I'm measuring from here to find my center, and I'm just going to, what I'm going to do, I'm going to do it this way, I can see it a bit easier then. And we are exactly 4.5, so that's going to be 2 1/4. So that's that, so it's 2 1/4. You don't really see that because of the ink. So I want this, let's have a look. We came in, how much did we come in? We came in about 1 inch and a bit, 1 1/8, 1 inch 1/8 kind of. So I'm going to do similar to that, and we'll go about here. I'm just going to put a little dot there, and that's where we're going to be punching in. So we want to measure this, and if I remember rightly, it's going to be the same measurement as this. So let's grab a longer ruler. It should be, yeah, 8 3/4, meaning I want it to come along here 4 and 1 2 3 4 5 6. That should line up with our line from there, but it doesn't. Okay. Yeah, that's definitely 1 2 3 4 5 6. Let me turn it round so that I'm lining it up this way, and let's just see. My maths is probably not very good today. I'm filming this afternoon because I've been waiting on an Amazon delivery this morning, and it didn't arrive till just gone lunchtime. So 1 2 3 4 5 6. Oh yeah, look, totally out. Is that right? Let's see if that one lines up, because they should. Yes, that one lines up. Did not measure that first one right. You're not going to see this. I'm just going to do that, just so that I know that somewhere along that line, because this gets hidden, you're not going to see it. Obviously this is why I've only done a tiny little mark, because you do see this. Okay, so we will want our bookbinding awl, and I think I'm just going to roughly, it's going to be about there. Do we want that there? Yeah, I think we do. So I'm just going to push a hole straight down there. I've got a self-healing mat, although it's an old one, but if you've got an old book, and then yeah, if you've got an old book, use that to push it into. I've only done a little hole because I want the majority of the hole to come from this side, because you're pushing down the fibres then, rather than pushing them up, you're pushing them down. Okay, so that's that hole ready. What we need is one of our thick 3-ply bit of card, and I just eyeball the middle, if I'm totally honest. I don't go in for measuring it exactly. So I'm going to do the same with that, push that all the way down, and that's one ready to go in. So this can go into here like that, and then we just flatten it nicely on the inside there. So that's going to be our, to form that part of the closure, and then all we need to do is our single ply that I've already inked is just going to glue over the top, just to hide that and give that a nice finish. So let's use, I'm actually going to use Fabri-Tac glue. It's quicker to adhere than that's the white glue there, my PVA glue. Okay. And then we just pop that on, and I usually try and hold it so that I've got my nails underneath, and I'm just pushing round to seal that there. Okay, that should hold a lot quicker if I don't move it. Oh, come on, stick down. I don't want you to... Okay, doesn't want to stick down that side. Oh, that side. I thought Fabri-Tac glue would have stuck this because it sticks most things. So I am having to hold it. I could use the PVA glue. I was just trying to save a bit of time on camera. Yeah, that's to keep coming up that side. I'm going to see if my pegs will go on here and hold it. I just reach. It's probably where the brad is. Yeah, because everywhere else has sealed it. There we go. I've used some pegs to weigh that down. Okay, so now we need to decide how far in we want our coin envelope. And as you can see, I went quite near the end so that you've got a good amount to tie it all onto there. That gives a nice closure, I think. You could always hang a little charm or something off of there. Okay, so we were quite close, weren't we? So I'm going to do this first, just so that I can use it as a bit of a guide. There we go. As to how far in. Yeah, I actually think where that original crease is, maybe a bit further up. This is where you kind of have to do a bit of measuring and see how you think you would like it. Let's just tuck them under there. Yeah, somewhere about here, which is about that line there, so that's good. Oops, put my lid on that. I think I'm going to go just the other side of it. I'm going to go here on my lime, put a little hole through, and then push through from that side. Okay, so now I'm going to push my brad and my little circle one through. Do that. Now we have got one to go on here so that when you're putting things in the pockets, it doesn't get in the way. It makes it nice and smooth. So I'm going to do the same, and I don't need to ink this one because you're not going to see it. Come on, oh, Fabri-Tac glue's not coming out. Okay. I'll probably have to hold this one for a few more minutes because I don't think my pegs would reach down. No, they're not going to reach down. I just have to carry on holding it. Okay, so while I am holding this, let's switch my hot glue gun on, because although I can use Fabri-Tac on these sides here and weigh them down to dry, because this is quite bulky, I'm going to put hot glue gun on this edge bit and over here to make sure that it's like I did with this. It's a good strong adhere to it. I don't want it coming undone and getting things coming in your pocket and getting lost. Okay, I think that's on there nicely. Okay, so let's check this. This should be done. Yep. Okay, so we need to stick this on here now. Is that how far in we want it? A little bit further. So if we do that there, I'm just going to make sure that we're all okay. You need to come, we're virtually in line. Look at that, perfect. So I need to come just on top of the stitching. Okay, so let's put our Fabri-Tac glue on. That's, sorry, that rocking. Now I'm going to put some Fabri-Tac glue along this end just to get it going while we wait for the hot glue gun. Okay. So where's our fold? It's just there, and we want to go just on top of the stitching, didn't we? That looks about right. While we've still got time, make sure that's straight, and it is. So this can be pressed down. So you can see what I mean about it's already pushing itself up there, which is why I want to put some glue gun down in there. Okay, pegs. And I am going to let's do that one. Peg this down. Okay. Push that back a little bit so I've got a bit of space to squeeze the glue gun down. Are we coming out? Not yet. Not quite hot enough. Okay. So how's everybody doing? I hope you're all doing well. I've had some lovely comments about this journal so far, you guys, saying that you'd like to have tried this style of journal before, and it is just kind of trial and error really when you're doing these things, just making sure you take your time. I mean, we're chapter 2, but this is the 3rd video so far, and we're still only finishing the cover. So yeah, it does take a while to do. Oops, I'm hooked up on that. While I'm waiting for the glue gun, let's just loop this background. Yeah, I wasn't sure how much you needed on here and whether I was going to do a little anything fancy on it at all, so it's a bit too much on there. Right, my glue gun's now starting to ooze out, so I think that's ready. Move that out the way, and all I'm going to do, see if I can do this on camera, is just wedge the nozzle under here and put some glue under there, and then push it down before it sets. Oh. Because I want that to really stick down. There, that has stuck that, which means nothing's going to go in and get caught. That's good. Yeah, I don't use glue gun very much, but I have started to a few times. I used it on some of the fabric roses that I was making, and then I decided that it probably would be quicker to stick something like this down, I mean, mine was only a cheap one from a oldie shop that I got here. It says it's cordless, and you just put you plug it in here, but it's so awkward. It really is so awkward to do. I don't use it that much. I'm not a fan of the construction of it. I think there's probably better glue guns out there. Okay, have I got any more pegs? No, I've used all my pegs. Just make sure that's pinched down. Looks like it's stuck. It looks like it's sticking, which is good. I just move these up a little bit. Move them onto different spots to hold that down. But yeah, so that is our cover. Almost complete. All we need to do is stick them down once this bit's dry. So while we're waiting for that, I want to now sort out the pages that are going to go in the journal. So I've got a set here. I made these fabric waterfall tabs over on my Fabric Friday video. Basically it's nice and simple. We've just got some tabs on the page, but I do it in advance like this because it creates this lovely little waterfall effect. Now I know they're going to go on the second signature because these journals can take 3 signatures because it's a lovely wide spine. The middle signature, I want to have quite a bit of blank paper, so I've got some graph paper, some coffee dye paper, and I want some kind of neutral writing pages. I suppose my thought behind it is that the one that I'm keeping for myself, I will actually be using this for my gardening, for growing, because I want to get back into growing my veg and herbs and salads and things like that. So I want it's going to be a working journal, which is why I wanted it to be a really nice, hard, sturdy cover, using the glue gun to make sure everything's really adhered to it. So the middle signature is probably going to have a lot of writing in it, whereas the first signature is probably going to have lots of nice ephemera, maybe little ideas and pictures, and then the final signature I would probably use for like future plans, hold packets of seeds, things like that in it. So it's going to become a real working journal for me, and as I said, I'm going to be keeping one, and then I'm going to probably put the other one into my Etsy shop to sell. So I'm going to do it in that same kind of way that I'm doing mine, just make it a little bit more neutral so that you've still got space to decorate it up yourself. So that's some ideas. Let's have a little look at what we've got. Got a plain envelope here that I thought we could go in a little paper bag. I've got this lovely grungy music sheet because we're doing it in a rustic and grungy theme, so I thought that could go in. That's just some more coffee dye paper. These were in a swap of scraps that I did on a Facebook group ages ago, but they're nice and yellow and they're grungy, so I thought they would work as pages. I've then pulled out from an old plant seed catalogue a couple of pages that I thought could go in the journal, just fold them in there. And then these are from an old gardening book. Look at that lovely page. So I just thought they would make really fun pages to go in the journal too. So I've got those, and then obviously we have got all of our gorgeous pages. These are Angela's set, Angela Kerr. We've got all these pages that we can put together and create lots of nice things for them. And then there's all the ones from Rachel's kit as well. So let's see if this is dry so that I can move them out the way completely and we can start on the papers. Yeah, how are we doing for that edge there? Yeah, it does look like it's stuck, so that's good. Yeah, all nice and stuck. So let's glue down our pockets. Now, all I did for the last one, I'm pretty sure I just used, yeah, it looks like I just used Fabri-Tac glue. So let's just put glue all on here. We don't want it overhanging. Okay. And good old pegs back again, and clip that there, clip that one there, clip this one down so that we're squeezing it tight. There, I've got a peg left to put one here and one here. Good, and that's going to hold that down. Lovely. So we can move that over there now, and we can concentrate on our pages. Let's check our time. Yeah, 26 minutes. Okay, so let's grab these gorgeous digitals from Angela. We'll start with Angela's, as I use mostly Rachel's to cover. So where are we? There we go. These are some of the extra bits that you get in hers. Okay. Oh, that's in that gorgeous image. Reminds me of my nanny Betty, bless her. She's no longer with us, but she loved her gardening. Oh yeah, that just reminds me of her. Now the centre page, just to give a little hint as to what's going to happen on Thursday's video, which is my collaboration, the centre page, or the centre, not the centre, sorry, the front page of the 3 signatures, I'm going to be doing in that video. So that's on Thursday. So I'm not looking for a front page in this. I'm looking for a middle centre spread, and then just obviously other pages. And looking at how that is and how this is all set up, it looks like it's just one. So I think I'm going to have that as my centre page for one of the signatures. Now we need 3 centre pages. That is a lovely centre page one because it's all one. And then I think I will look at Rachel's one. Okay. So we need some paper to back these with, because I always print single-sided, because I like to do lots of flip outs and that on my pages. So let's go to her printed. Look at those, aren't they gorgeous? Or the ones with the blues. I think I'm going to, I printed these twice. I think I'm going to back that one like that. So you got that, you open it up, that's your centre page. Yeah, because as I said, that reminds me of my Nana Betty, and she loved blue flowers. Okay, so that's a centre for one. Let's have a little look and see what we want. Do we want to go with that? Yeah, I think the colours match. I think we're going to do that. So when you open up the centre, yep, okay. So there's our centre pages for the signature. And now we just want to match the pages up with what we think. So I want to use some of these. These are some lovely prints that she's done on here. So what do we think? I'm looking and I'm thinking maybe that one. Well, looking at that, that looks like that could be a centre page as well, couldn't it? Perhaps we should do that. Perhaps we should do all 3 of the centre pages from Angela's kit, as I've used a lot of focal points from Rachel's kit. Yeah, we'll do that. That's another centre page. So that's the 3rd signature. So what do I want to back that? Do I want... We've got those. I actually think I do want that to back that one. So that when you've got it here, you open it, that's a lovely centre page. There we go. So that's our 3 centre pages for our signatures. So the rest of these can just, we'll just do some matching up. Thinking that one, because then that one will fold that way. Yeah, so that's one page. That one, it's 2 pages. The spots. 3 pages. And we've got these. That's a 4. Go for the other dots one there. So that's 5 pages there. Is there 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pages. Now what have we got? We've got to remember we've got 3 signatures, so I need another one at least. How about this one? This page is nice. And we will back that one with the gingham. So that makes 6 pages. So there's 2 digitals from can go in each. And then we've got these and some of these. So we've got one of those in there. I would like to use one of those as a page. And I think I will use that one as a page because these were what I reprinted. I did 2 of so that I could make like pockets and tags and things with. Okay, so what do we think we want to back this one with? I think that can be backed with that. That's another page. And I'm thinking this lovely yellow one can be backed with that one. So there we go. And then we've got some of these that we can play around with some of our flippy flaps. Okay. So let's have a little look. What do we want on our centre pages? I think first things first, so that they keep together, is I'm just going to do my little bit of glue. If you've not seen me do this, if you're new to my channel, welcome. Firstly, welcome. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you've subscribed because I have lots of videos coming out on Mondays, Wednesdays and Fridays, and I often have bonus videos, perhaps on a Sunday for like Etsy updates, or if I'm doing a collaboration. But I like to print mine single-sided on, this is just copier paper, trying to keep the costs low, but I print it on a standard print, so you get lovely detail, but it does mean you get quite a bit of ghosting through them, which is why I double them up and I don't print double-sided on this. If I was had a better quality paper, which I have got, but I use those for special pieces within a journal, yeah, I would do double-sided. So all I do is I'm just going to do a line of glue in the middle, and then I just line up, if I can see without getting my head in the camera, and then that is those two pages stuck together. I leave the white line on until I've done this and know what I'm doing with my flip flaps. So that's a centre page. So let's do this one. Make sure, is it any which way? Any which way, it doesn't really matter. So we do the same again. And join these two together. And then that one's going that way. I did make sure that one was the right way, didn't I? Yes, I did. I suddenly had a thought then that I'd done it the wrong way. Okay. Right, so they are our 3 centre pages. Yeah, I'm going to have them like that. Signature 1, 2 and 3. Now I just need to decide, do I want anything on these pages? Or do I want to just focus on having something on here instead? On this one, I just love that image so much. I don't think I'm actually going to do anything with this one. So let me just move the fussy cuts. You get a whole load of fussy cuts that I've been running through my machine. I just need to move them behind me because they were sitting on top of my trimmer. So I'm just going to go ahead now and trim off the white border. And then we can just stick this together, and that's our centre page done for the first signature. Okay, so now I can check that the white has come off that side, which it has. And then all I do to join them is just use my white PVA glue. Glue. It has got a goober. There we go. Give myself a bit of space. And then I just run the glue along the edge. Lots of roadworks going on in the town that I live, and all the little estate village, the little side streets and everything, and they're diverting traffic our way. Oh, the amount of traffic that we get now is unbelievable. I mean, we'd get a few, you know, sort of rush hour time and stuff. You'd get a few people that would want to cut through to see if they could cut the main, cut their time down. But yeah, now that they're actually diverting it, there's loads. So all I'm doing is just using my just an old card that I use as a scraper, just doing that so that by scraping it out you don't get any wrinkles, and then I just go along with my fingers just to make sure that it is all adhered right to the very edge. And that is a really super flat page that's going to go in our journal. I don't fold it, I leave it to completely dry first. So where can I put that? to dry. Leave it to the side of me to dry. Now I'll come and decide on our second signature. Do we want anything on the inside of this? I'm looking at this and thinking I don't actually. I just love the image. It's just gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. So I'm going to do exactly the same again with this one. In fact, looking at the other one, I think I'm going to do all three. I'm just going to leave them as they are. They're just such lovely, lovely images. Okay, so while we've got the trimmer here, yeah, I'm just going to leave that as it is. I mean, there are a load of fussy cut flowers because Rachel Bella Crafts, over on her Ko-fi, she does always does some freebies, some wonderful freebies when she does the collaboration. And one of the freebies was a load of flowers and bits and bobs, so I've been fussy cutting those out, and if we want to add any of those on afterwards, that can be done once the signature's all sewn in. So just check that, yes, it hasn't quite got the white edge that side, so I'm just going to put it back, and fingers crossed it's going to let me do, no. Seem to have gone through this second blade quite a bit on here. I'm just going to take another little slither off. It doesn't matter either side. There we go, that's better. Yeah, these, and the rotary cutter has just gone up and up and up in price. It's unbelievable how pricey these are. So they've got a little bit of white along this top bit as well, so I can trim a bit more off here. Like so, there we go. Just the thinnest of slithers, and that's fine. Okay, that in my rubbish bin. So I'm going to do exactly the same and glue these completely down. I think it stopped raining. It's been quite a murky day here today. I am filming this ahead, by the way. I'm filming this the previous week. But yeah, it is a murky day. But then we are into April now, so it's April showers, because it now looks like the sun's coming out. So it's staying true. But what's that saying? April showers bring May flowers. I think that's the old saying. So yeah, good dropper of rain, and then all the flowers will grow. Okay, so let's go. There. Any seepage. And that is another page done. Lovely. Okay, so let's do our third centre page, and then we'll have a look at the cover and see if that's dry yet. I do use the PVA glue in my little precision bottle rather than the glue stick, because I find the glue stick warps it just too much, and that's when you do get wrinkling and unstraight pages. Okay, that's the third one done. Okay, how are we doing on time? I forgot to set my little timer again, didn't I? 45 minutes, that's not too bad. Let's have a little look and see how we're doing. Theoretically, it should be nice and stuck. Yeah, looks it. Yeah, that's nice. Now, let me just use my bone folder to go in along here, just to make sure. Yeah, and along here. Yeah. So that's a nice big pocket. Look at that. Okay. So we just need some string now to tie it off, which I'm just using this. It's a bit like embroidery floss, but a bit thinner. I think it was used for, not macrame, one of those other, maybe crochet, I don't know. It came in a pack anyway. I spotted it in oldies one time, so I think I did, let's have a little look, I did three thicknesses, so let's go like so. So again, more than long enough. Snip that, and just snip that. So I've got 3 thicknesses. I just thought that would be a bit more sturdy as well. So all I do is just give myself a good length to knot this off, and that's just knot that under there, and do a second one as well, just to keep that secure, and then I go quite close as I can and snip that off, and that is now ready to do that. And again, I've got way too much thread than I need, but we can cut off, oops, we can cut off what we don't use afterwards. So there we go, that is the cover finished. The only other thing was I just put a little stick on here, just to kind of jazz it up and make it look quite grungy and gardeny. So we could do something like that on here if we wanted to, but that is our second cover done. And we did all this last time round, so that's all nice and neat. Really going to be really sturdy. Now you could, if you wanted to, put book corners on. Normally when I do these ones, I do put book corners on. I may still go ahead and do book corners on these two, but obviously because of the nature of the pocket on the back, we can't put them on the back. But I might still put them on there. I haven't quite decided yet, but yeah, there we go. So that's the cover completed for both of them. We've got our little flip outs with our pockets and our belly band, and then we've got our lovely little envelope here that we've made with way too much string. For you to put some nice elements in there, and by putting by doing all of this bit before we put this down, that's covered it up and it's nice and smooth in there. We've got a little coin, one of those on here on the inside, so nothing's going to catch on that, and then that just finishes that off and makes that look really neat. So I'm really pleased with how this has turned out. Definitely think I want to make a few more journals like this with this style of cover. So yeah, and we made a start on our pages as well, so that's that one. So there are 2 journals, and we have our 3 centre pages. So thank you very much for watching and for tuning in for another video from me. I hope you have enjoyed making these and you'll give it a go. They are really good and sturdy and a great way to use up old cereal boxes, and I love repurposing stuff. And I will be back with my collaboration video on Thursday that will carry on using elements from these kits that will form part of this garden story journal. And then the next instalment of this design team project will be the following Monday. But in between that, I'll have videos on Wednesday, and I'll have my Fabric Fridays fun with fabric video then as well. So yeah, lots for you to watch on here, and I hope you've enjoyed this one, and happy crafting. I will be back in my next video. Take care everyone. Bye.